Hey Centennials, Mr. Cowan. Right now we're going to take a real quick look at how you use the discussions feature on Canvas. And really we're just going to cover kind of the nuts and bolts of how the feature works in terms of what you click and where to type. Your teacher, whenever you're using discussions, will give you much more direction on specifically how to use the discussions for your class in terms of what you're writing about and who you're replying to. But this is just covering kind of the basics of how we use a tool. So for example, if I want to reply to this discussion assignment, the thing I'm going to do is first click this bar that says reply. A lot of times people accidentally start typing in this bar right here for their discussion. And that could be an issue because this is the search bar. You're searching in this bar for keywords that other people have posted or names of other people who have posted in the discussion, but it's not you submitting to the discussion. But I see this a lot, and it's a really common error that people make. So instead, if you want to reply to the discussion, click the reply button. When you do, what's called a rich content editor shows up. This editor allows you to type text in, attach files to it, and do all sorts of other cool things that you can kind of explore by clicking those buttons here. Now remember, you're only going to use these buttons here if whatever your teacher's asking you to do is part of that assignment. But the basic way to do this would just be to reply to the discussion. So you'd write your reply, and then you hit post reply. Now I've written a reply. You can also go through and reply to other people and like their comments. So if somebody else writes something and you like it, you can give them a thumbs up. You can also reply directly to them. And that's kind of the thing that's a little confusing in the layout here, is that if I want to reply just to this prompt that my teacher gave me, I'm going to hit the reply button that's right below the prompt. That's right here, right underneath the search bar. It always stays there. But if I want to reply to a specific person, then I would click reply underneath where that person posted. And now I can reply to that person. And then I can post that reply. And now we'll see that there isn't a way to reply to a reply. Basically, it just continues as a thread here with the initial thought and anyone else's thoughts that want to reply to that initial thought. But at the top here, that's where we do our replies to whatever the teacher prompted us to do. Sometimes a discussion, when you go into it, will show you everybody's replies so far who has contributed. Other times, teachers can program it so it looks like nobody has submitted anything to the discussion until you post your reply. Then everybody's thoughts will open up and you'll see everybody else's replies who've already replied to it. And that's kind of up to your teacher. And just as a side note, it's also important to remember that anything you post in a discussion board can be seen by everybody in that class, including the teacher. So as a general rule, keep your discussion posts on topic, keep them positive, keep your conversations, no doubt, appropriate. And then when you're replying to other people, try to make sure that when you're engaging, it's in a positive and professional way that will add a new thought or a new idea without taking anything away from the person who posted.